Hey, sorry about that. So I'm a bit of an idiot, and I forgot maybe one of the most important parts to finish with. I actually have to show you how to save this and load it. So there is actually an autosave feature, but it's never really a wise choice to trust that. So I'm going to show right now how we save and load. So after we've gotten to the point where we want to be done, so I've actually to load this back up because I already exited. We're going to want to save, but there's one other thing to mention first about saving. You'll notice this giant pile of cards here. This is because I did something very stupid. Now I've got to grab these kind of annoyingly. And I forgot to take the cards out of my hand before saving. This is actually kind of one annoying thing. So I'm going to show you how to fix this. So first I need to, so if you forget to take the cards out of your hand before saving, you will end up with this weird pile of cards here because the game basically just throws the cards all over the place. Well, all into one giant pile, anything that's left in your hand at the end. So what we have to do is first I'm just going to sort these into the two respective files as they should be. All right, so like normally, like I said, these would be in my hand. No, hold on. I guess which player am I right now? I'm blue, so yeah, I actually want these to go into Tinker's hand and then switch over to Brute's hand, and then we'll just do this. All right, so normally I would have these cards left in my hand at the end, so what I need to do is just make sure that I get all these cards which are in my hand and take them out and put them into a pile somewhere. I actually find the easiest way to do that, well, it's usually, now I'm just really making a mess of this, but usually most of them will end up like, in the lost pile or something like that by the end of the game. And so it doesn't really matter where you put them, but you just want them to be somewhere on the board. Usually what I do, I'll show you. So usually, yeah, most of my cards would be in the lost pile. I might have, let's say, some which are in my discard at the end of the game, and a couple which are in my hand or something like that. All right, so this is how the game looks at the end of a scenario. So I'll take these ones from my hand, sorry, and put them into my lost pile, and I'll take these and put them into the lost pile as well. Oops. And then I'll take this lost pile, and then I'll just set this down by my player mat. And this is basically the same thing as well that would happen from here. Because if I don't do this for each player, I'm going to end up with this mess of cards, which is going to be so much less convenient. So this is, again, end of the scenario. All right, so I take my remaining cards, throw them into whichever pile is the biggest. I mean, if for some reason my discard pile is the biggest, I can put them there. Just throw all the cards into there. I should have grabbed both those at the same time. And, yeah. All right. And then again, just take this pile and set it down here. And so then this way, when I save, this will not get messed up. These cards will end up staying in this pile here, which will allow me to remember what I did with them. Where did actually... somewhere along the... Oh, no, yeah, because I never took out the X cards. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so the X... So normally this is what it will look like when I save and load. And I'll remember that here are the extra cards I have choice of. Here's the hand that I had for the last scenario, and I can always switch between these, etc. All right, so now on to actually how we save. So all we need to do is press up here, press games, click save and load down here. And you'll see this will be the autosave, which will be here. This is my save file that I'm actually playing for my stream. So all I'm going to do is click up here and click create. For example, if I wanted to, yeah, should be very careful with that. If I wanted to save over my previous game, I would just click there and then click the overwrite button. But here, yeah, I'm just going to click create, and we're going to name it Gloomhaven tutorial save file. Okay, and we click save. And surely enough, that gives us this save file here. Okay, so now we've got that saved, and now I'll show you how we load it up and exactly how it'll work. All right, so we're going to go to main menu, which is going to exit out of this table. So just take a second. I guess I should have left the cards in one player's hand so you could see, but I mean, you can just trust me that it does not end well. I mean, you saw the pile of cards at the end of there. Just taking a little while to disconnect, just again, because playing on a laptop. All right, so now what we're gonna do to load our game is we're just gonna click create, hot seat just like before, same number of players. We're gonna choose the same players in the same order so that everything stays the same. And then we're going to just click on our save file here and click load. And it's going to load it up just the same as it loaded up our workshop file in the first place, except now it'll be a save state, which is a little bit advanced. So it's just going to do, loading, etc. And we'll just wait a second for that, just so that you can see that everything is in fact the way it's supposed to be. And then, yeah, after that, we can just resume playing. And this way we can save, obviously, our progress every time we play a session. Because if we couldn't, that would be a shame. Having to try to get through all of Gloomhaven in a single session would be extremely hardcore and not something I will ever try to do in my life, nor should you. So yep, this will all load up, and you'll see, like I said, it is exactly how we just saved our state before, with all our cards down here, with our player mats, everything like that. And, we would have our experience saved and all those things as well. All right, and that should be everything. So yep, this time, should be all good. Again, comments or questions, just leave them in the comments. And until next time, take care.